Can you guys unmute yourself, please? Richard, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I can see more people. Okay, a little bit about myself. My name is Sibylle. I'm in this business about four months. I used to have photography company, weddings. So what happened this year is really disaster. How I said, it's not even weddings. It's weddings, but not even jobs. It's only one wedding, 15 people they asked me to do, but I'm not even interested anymore. But I'm happy I have that skill rest of my life as well. I'm more artist person, and we have as well restaurant nearly 1 year. Really hard suffering, lots of restriction. Now what happening in the world? They're closing the borders. France already shut, Germany already shut. For sure is coming lockdown in UK very soon, full lockdown. And world going mad. Europe is gonna shut very soon. So the traditional business is gonna be really bad. That's what I can see. Lots of people without job, suffering, struggling, and is really bad. So I jump on this business, and I'm thankful for my friend Ruta. She showed me this education platform and how we can build a business, how we can help to the people, not only for myself, for people. And successful, really good. I have already income. I'm not panicking anymore because I have plan B. I have not only one income, I have two, three. So very happy for and thankful for Ruta. And in this business, what I like is not only how to build the business and how to make the money. This business teach you mindset, how to control your mindset, how control your life, how attract the good things, how you think positive. So this impressed me. So yeah, guys, grab the note, grab the pens, and my business partner, Rose Garcia, is 10 years Bob Proctor consultant. And I'm so happy I can share with my team and with the other people. So, Rose, I give it to you. Let's put some fire emojis for Rose Garcia. You're gonna jump on the call. Let's put some fire emojis.
Thank you, Sibylle. And let's put some fire emojis for Sibylle and some 777s, because she came into this business and she didn't question the process. All she did was she used these principles to basically create a lifestyle, an income for herself. She had an idea, Just want to make sure you guys could see me clearly now. And, you know, people that question the process, when you question the process, it's like you are questioning how a seed gets planted in the ground and how it grows. You know, I talked about this yesterday. Isaac Newton was basically the father of calculus, and he was like a really good mathematician. And when he looked into what Napoleon Hill calls cosmic habit force, he actually talks about it in his lectures. He talks about it. It's called cosmic habit force. Now, what my understanding of cosmic habit force is how God operates. It's the basic principles of how the universe is created and how gravity puts things into their place, as far as the sun, the moon. Now, if the moon is just off, we might not be here, because it's gravity what keeps things together. And gravity is like what you need to be consistent when you're working your business. You have to be consistent in a way where you know exactly where you're going to be. Now, the good part about what we teach is that it's right in front of you guys. Like, You wake up in the morning and the first thing you hear is lockdown, people are losing jobs, blah, 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 right? Now, I understand that this is going on in front of you, right? But the whole point is there is another way. And that way is to work with these unseen causes. Like no one can see air. I was talking about this yesterday. We can't see the air. You know, we could see, we could feel the air, but we can't see the air. And what we can't see is what we're dealing with. This is unseen potential. The unseen brought us the TV. How can you send the signal from one place to another? The unseen brought us the cell phone. The unseen brought us the internet. And if it wasn't for the cell phone and the internet, we wouldn't be communicating right now. So we're barely tapping into the unseen. Okay. Now, I'm not too big on astrology, but they say we're going into a golden age, in an age where humanity has basically waken up. What has humanity waken up to? The fact that you can create your own reality. The fact that you can literally create your own reality and you can create your own economy through these basic principles. So when you talk to me about your frustrations, look, I'll sit here and I'll start crying. Like I could give you a million reasons, you know, because we are human, right? My dad was in the hospital 2 days ago. He called me. He says, you might not be able to talk to me anymore. I might die. And I just want to tell you, I love you. Now, when he said that, it didn't click right away. It didn't resonate right away. I'm 37 and, you know, I didn't come from privilege. I didn't come from, you know, a silver spoon. We had stories in our family about, you know, success in our family, but I never really felt that. My dad always helped me out. He didn't really want to buy me a car when I was in high school. It was my mom that pushed him, buy him a car, buy him a car. He didn't really want to do it because he was like, how am I going to pay for his car? This is another expense. Like this kid, I'm going to go broke. Like this kid's going to drive me into poverty, right? So when he's telling me he's having open heart surgery and I'm in a different country, he's in Chicago and he's telling me, look, we might not talk again. And I don't care how strong you are. When someone tells you, someone that is your relative, someone that you love, someone that is close to you, if they tell you, you might not see me anymore, you're going to have memories because you all have a perfect memory. And I remember when I used to get in trouble, and I remember he was really soft on me. He's like, you know, my mom's like, kick his butt, kick his butt. He got in trouble. And he's like, no, I don't, you know, I don't want to. And I would start crying. It hurt me more when he didn't kick my butt than when he kicked my butt, if that makes any sense. So he didn't have to kick my butt. He just had to look at me with this look like, you know, I am disappointed in you, and I would feel bad. But when it comes to your goals, it's like you're getting the whole thing. You don't, you're going to get the whole thing. And when you get the whole thing, it causes an emotional reaction. That's why people cannot attract an abundance. They can't attract, you know, a lifestyle of time, money, and freedom because they're attached to the emotion of negativity. They're attached to emotions of the past. The whole point is to reflect on them and write them down. And then you can move on with your life because we all have emotions. We have good emotions and we have bad emotions. You have to conquer those emotions because when you're successful, money is going to make you more of who you are. So if you're a bad person, you're going to be even more of a bad person. If you're arrogant and if you think that you're better than everyone else because you got this and you think that you're special and you might be special, but you're not grateful for what you have, then you're never going to move to the next level. Every next level, every frequency requires a new you. Every level requires someone that you didn't know existed in your life, and that is you. You're an amazing person, amazing. You have over 3.2 trillion cells. Every cell is intelligent. You have intelligence all around you. The problem is you were never taught these principles. And now, because of the way that this situation is unfolding, you're starting to see that, hey, I have to create something for myself. I can't depend on the government. I can't depend on the people around me. So who can you depend on? On your mind. Because if I told you what the reality is, you'd say, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Like, this is the reality. Yes, this is the reality. That the reality is that you've been living in a state of confusion. Your whole life, you've been confused. Humanity is waking up. They're waking up because they're realizing that they had it all wrong. It's not about competition. It's not about who's better, what country is better. We're one race. And in the core, we're a spirit. So your spirit is for expansion and fuller expression, never for disintegration, never for hard times. And I always carry a pen on me because all you need is a pen and the will to do it. When JFK, the president of the United States, asked Werner von Braun, the scientist, German scientist, in the 60s, I believe, he asked him, he says, how can we put a spaceship and put a man on the moon? He said, in 5 words, he said, the will to do it, the will to do it. And Werner von Braun stated, he said, you can send a man to the moon and you can time the landing by precision of a fraction of a second because the laws are precise. That's why winter doesn't follow winter. We don't get 2 seasons in the same year. And just like that seed, just like that dream that you have that you want to make reality, if you don't take care of that seed, if you don't water that seed, it's never going to manifest. If you let the TV, negative people that have been broke, never made millions of dollars. Not that million is important. What's important is the most important thing is your health, your sanity, which is hard to be sane in a world that is being turned upside down. My dad's telling me he's at the hospital and there's people that have the coronavirus in the hospital. But guess what? I put on Facebook, I put on social media, hey, send my dad some love, send them some prayers. The energy just is. Science and theology, they disagree on a lot of things. They come to an unanimous decision on one thing. Nothing's created, nothing's destroyed. We're dealing with multiple realities, multiple outcomes. You choose the outcome. Energy just is. Emerson said the only thing that could grow is the thing you give energy to. What are you giving your energy to? This is about expansion and fuller expression, never about disintegration. Forget about the negative. Only focus on the positive. Yes, there is negative, but there's something good in the negative. There is something good in it. It is what it is. Forgive, let go, let God, move on. Right? Go to the ocean, let it go. Write a big number, make it look small. Put 10 million, put 100 million, put 50 million, put 50,000 a month, put 50,000 a week, put whatever you want, because it literally is whatever you want. Literally. And when you emotionalize this, when you get on the emotion of how it would feel and connect to the emotion, what are the emotions? The fear of loss of love. He says it right here. These are the negative emotions. The fear, the ghost of fear. We talked about it yesterday in chapter 15 of Napoleon Hill. He says the six basic fears: the fear of poverty, the fear of criticism, the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love of someone, the fear of old age, the fear of death. Now, you have these fears. You must conquer yourself. You're the only problem. You're the only solution. So find out what you fear and ask yourself, why do you have this fear? Like, people could fear death. Napoleon Hill, he wrote a challenge to life. You could Google it. It's called A Challenge to Life. He said, death, you're like a beautiful dream, God's most abundant pleasures. He's like, you can't subdue me because I've conquered you, death. So yes, we will all die, but it's a beautiful dream. And until you are here, you have to make the most of it. You have this life, make the most of it. Don't live your life listening to people that don't have what you want. Listen to people that have what you want. Listen to people that are traveling, residual income, multiple sources of income. Good economy or bad economy, you create your own economy. That's how it goes here. Good or bad, you create. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Matters if it's good, but is it good? Is it the good that you want? Is it something that you want? So, I was always broke. I was always trying to figure out how to get rich. Then I got rich and I had a lot of friends and no one paid me back. I lent out money. I lost friendships. I was nice person, right? And I was like, okay, well, what's the lesson here? The lesson is to learn more about the mind. That's why I became a consultant in 2016 with Bob Proctor, because I wanted to get this information out. And I was trying to find a platform to work in a company that I can get their information out. The people that are procrastinators that think they know it all, they're not on this call because they know it all, right? And it's not that you know it all. What it is you need this every day. Now everyone has a different style. My style is different than Bob's style. Bob's style is different than Napoleon Hill. Everyone has a different style, but you can teach this. You can literally mentor people in your business through these notes that you're doing, if you're taking notes. I wasn't taking notes. I was listening to You Were Born Rich, Bob Proctor seminar for years. I'm still doing the seminar with Paul Hutsey and John Canary. He talks about a foreign vibration, something that scares you. When you bring people into your business, you're talking about a foreign vibration, something that scares them. But guess what? If it doesn't scare you, you're not growing. Bob Proctor says, jump out of a plane, go to a carnival, do something that is like totally opposite to what the normal is, because these concepts are not normal at all. Like normal for me is go to school, get a job, get ahead. I got the job at JP Morgan Chase. I have a degree in finance and investment management, but the income, my salary didn't pay for my expenses. So how am I supposed to live? So that starts with the way you think. Now, I could have stayed at the job and say, oh, okay, I'm going to move up into the company. I'm going to move up in the company. But if I wasn't happy, then you have to move on. So you have to do what makes you happy. What makes me happy is getting this information out, talking to people, and really bringing them into the business. Like it's yes or no. I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you on something. It's either yes or no. Do you want it? What do you want? Bam, bam, bam. This is it. Okay, we have a platform. We can help get you there to the next level. Yeah, but what if it doesn't work? What if this? What if this? You're going to get a lot of what ifs. But what if it does? It's like Thomas Edison. He's sitting there creating the incandescent light bulb, and people all around him are like, just give up. This thing is crazy. This is energy. Like it has to travel somewhere. It can't just stop. And then eventually he housed the energy through the method of combustion and he lit up the world. So, you're going to have one person in your business that has doubt, fear, and anxiety. And it's going to cause a foreign vibration in his belief system. And it's going to affect your belief system. And then it's going to affect your pocket, your income. So you're literally, what it is it's neither positive or negative. The energy just is. It's at the very core of everything that we do. It's coming into us. And you create the image with your thought. Now, the mind is not the brain. The brain is in your skull. The brain is something physical. It has nervous neurons and electrons and a bunch of wired up information, DNA inside of you, and it causes a signal to go off. Okay, so I'm gonna mute this person here, whoever's unmuted themselves. So it's causing a foreign vibration, and the energy is like not directed. And I'll answer your question right now. The person has a question. I really want you guys to get this though. I talked about it yesterday. Now, how does this stuff work? Once again, okay, I'll tell you guys how it works. Now, I'll take off my hat. So the energy is coming inside of you, okay? And your thought molds and makes. James Allen says that mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind. So your energy is coming in and you're creating a picture. The picture is basically grabbing the energy. You're creating a picture. The energy is coming into your brain, okay? It's coming into your brain, just like the cell phone, you know, like the phones that you put and they don't need wires to charge, like the new iPhones. You don't need a wire to charge it. Just place it on top and it charges. The same thing. You're being placed on this energy and you're getting this energy and you're formulating pictures. The pictures are going very fast because we're moving right now. Even though you don't see it, we're spinning. Okay, we're in an ocean of motion. We're in a motion. It's inertia. It's always moving. So we're moving at a high speed of vibration. We're moving, and so is the thought. It's moving through basically this pull, this ether. So as it's moving around the universe, we're literally floating. The galaxies, we're all moving. Now, God put us here with gravity. That's why we're here. When we grab the pictures, we formulate a positive picture and we hold it with our higher faculty. What did I say the higher faculty was? A God-given ability. Now, what are the higher faculties and what are the lower faculties? The higher faculties is the imagination, the will, reasoning, intuition, memory, and perception. Imagination and the will to concentrate on the imagination. The will, the concentration factor, your imagination of the beautiful life that you want. And you focus on the beautiful life, you write it down because that's the first part of the creation process. It's like they asked Van Gogh, how do you do so beautiful work? He's like, I dream my painting, then I paint my dream. So this is a dream. Paint your dream with letters, with the alphabet. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm going to make this. I'm going to be a P1000, a P2000, a P5000, a Chairman 10, a Chairman 100. You entertain the idea. You get emotionally involved in the idea. It creates a signal in your body that gets you excited. You're excited about the business. If you're not excited about the business, it's never going to work. Get out of the business. You have to have multiple sources of income, residual income. How can you have it if you're creating the wrong pictures with the lower faculties, what you see, smell, taste, hear, and touch? So Wallace Wattles, if you Google the Science of Getting Rich book by Wallace Wattles, he says that appearances aren't so. Whatever you see is not the truth. So what is the truth? The truth is that it's both. It's positive and negative because it's two. The energy is positive and negative. So everything just is. Simultaneous realities going on, simultaneous scenarios. Focus on the scenario and it grows. It's like you have 5 seeds. Every seed it's the same seed, but it has a different strain, right? Focus on that strain, and that is the strain that will manifest in your physical reality. Now, it's not in front of you now. You can't touch it like this book, right? But if you keep auto-suggesting the same negative thought, oh, I'm never going to get here, I'm never going to get here, then you're never going to get there. That thought is not serving you. Flip the switch. It's called the law of polarity for a reason, the law of opposites. Flip the switch to positive. And the more you do that, the more you're going to go through the ether. What is the ether? The ether brought us the frequency. The ether brought us communication through the internet. That is the ether. So the ether is intelligent. That's what Wallace Wattles says in The Science of Getting Rich. He says that there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made. And a thought in the stuff produces the thing that is imagined by the thought. Now you are a person, you're living out a human scenario, but you're also a spirit. And your spirit has the God DNA, the God particle of imagination, perception, reason, intuition, and memory, and the will. So you are like a Jesus Christ. Now you have Jesus Christ in you. We all have God in us. And Jesus Christ never wants something negative for you. God, right? omnipotent, alpha omega, the cause and effect of itself, 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. He wants the best for you. But that's why it's important for you to have a mentor. That's why it's important for you to jump on the call. So how do you know what type of goal you want? The type of goal that you want has to be emotionally involved. That's how you know how. So have different goals, and the one that you want is the one that you're going to do. Because you're asking me, how do I know, right? What if one doesn't know what to do or what wants? What does she want? How do you know, right? Well, how do you know is, it's kind of like going for a test drive for a car, right? You go to a test drive, you're choosing different vehicles. Then guess what? You finally make a decision on that vehicle. And the car salesman says, look, I don't want you to return the car tomorrow. I want you to make a decision. Is this the car you want? Yes, this is the car I want. Okay, then great. It's your car. Here are the keys. We're going to help you get financing. But if you stick with this program, you're going to buy a car cash, because that's how this stuff works. You write a big number, you make it look small, and you internalize that number. You take it over to the subconscious mind, what Napoleon Hill calls the subconscious mind. And me, Bob Proctor, Thurman Fleets, we talk about the subconscious because we drew out a stick person. There is no picture for the mind. The mind is like the air. It's not even like the air, because you can't feel the mind. You can only feel it when you have it. Because the mind is thinking when you're not thinking, the subconscious. The conscience only thinks 3% of the time. So there's 24 hours a day. You're only thinking about 30 minutes out of the whole day. And I'm not saying we're dumb, but we don't use all our faculties at 100%. Like there's a movie called Lucy. She was a computer. And in that movie, she used like 100% of her brain. And at 100%, she ended up dying because she was so smart that the world just started changing. Like gravity didn't even exist at that point. She was like a computer and a human being put in one. The movie Lucy, you may want to Google that. So there's a lot of stuff you can learn from me because I've been through a lot of negative scenarios. I've been through a lot. And I know that the negative makes me a better person because I could tell you that I almost died a few times. I almost died a few times. So there's a reason why God put me here. And I believe that that reason is to mentor every single one of you guys. Because when I bring this stuff, I'm bringing it in the true essence of what it is. And you might not get it. That's why I put the YouTube channel up so you guys can keep listening to it. Because the energy just is. You're creating your own life from the energy. You're grabbing that energy, formulating pictures of how it would be, what would you be doing, how much you want to make. Don't worry about how, like my mentor Bob Proctor says. Stop thinking about how these things are going to happen. Just like my dad was buying me a car when I was young. He's like, man, I don't want to buy him a car. How am I going to pay for it? Right? So a lot of people don't go towards their goals because they're trying to figure out how. Like, how do we have 4 seasons? Can you actually break that down for me? Can you break down how calculus works and how Isaac Newton created gravity? You might not be able to. And Andrew Carnegie, I'll leave you guys with this. Andrew Carnegie, when he met Napoleon Hill, he was the richest person in the world. He's the one that told Napoleon to write about the laws of success. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Personal growth and development grew out of that. Laws of attraction grew out of that conversation with Napoleon Hill. And Andrew Carnegie told him, there's a hidden law of nature that not even the wisest of men can understand, because these are God principles. You're getting close to understanding them the more you listen to these videos, but you're never going to understand it. That's why Bob's 86, 87, and he's still reading Think and Grow Rich, because all the principles are in this book. It's like Bob Proctor says, you want to be a millionaire? Think like a millionaire. Act like a millionaire. You want to be broke? Okay, think about poverty. You'll be delivered right on schedule. Because our minds are programmed negatively. As a child, we have a part of our parents in us, but our parents didn't know this. That's why people stay wealthy. Like if you're born to a productive family and they're implementing seeds of, oh, your father makes $20 million a year, son. Your father makes $20 million a year, son. well, Mom, what is $20 million? She's going to draw out what $20 million is. And as a child, it's going to go straight into your subconscious. So guess what you're going to do when you're an adult? You're going to make $20 million a year, just like your dad. And that's why poverty is real, because people are born 4th, 5th generation welfare recipients. That's why Bob Proctor says environment is more important than heredity. That's why there's 4th, 5th generation recipients, depending on the government, for food. Because if you only knew that you can literally attract an abundance through the energy, you wouldn't even be working. You would just be working with the energy, helping people with the energy. So don't think of your business as, oh my God, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a network marketing. No, help people make money. That's it. Help people get to the next level. You're going to get compensated. And just to let you guys know, CNBC did a report. If you're not part of a network marketing business, then you're leaving money on the table, because these next 10 years, network marketing is going to be the biggest game changer. There's so many millionaires in this business, and it's only going to get better. So you're in the right game. You're in the right field. You're in the right team. Just stick to it and understand these principles. And at the very essence, it's just energy. It's just energy, and you're a spirit, you're intellectual, you're using the energy, you're creating the life that you want. You're holding on to the picture that you want. You already wrote down how much you're going to make a month. And I'll leave you guys with this. Napoleon Hill says, there's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until they believe they can acquire it. Remember, no more effort is required to aim high in life than to demand prosperity and abundance than there is to accept lack and limitation. It's up to you, prosperity and abundance or lack and limitation. So I'll give it back to Sybil, and then we'll end the call. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you so much, Ross. Let's put some fire emojis for Ross Garcia. Blow mind information. Powerful, amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you guys for joining this call. So let's jump every day, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Grab your notes, grab your pen, grab your neighbors, friends, guests, everyone on this call. Let's go. These days, our business is a golden age. Believe it, guys. So yeah, big hello from Spain, amazing weather. And I love this company. I can work from everywhere. I can help people in Spain, in UK, everywhere, worldwide. So let's go, let's do it. And have a productive weekend. Thank you so much.
Have a good one, guys.